Hey guys, it's Sergey from DeFi Gator, and today we're here to talk about Collectiverse. Before we start, if you don't know too much about us, check out our content on DeFiGator.xyz, where we got a ton of resources and info on upcoming projects. I'd like to remind everyone before we jump in, this video is for entertainment purposes only, it's not financial advice. Do your own research, always have fun. All right, so the project we're going to look at today is Collectiverse. It's a legit project, unlike the one we looked at yesterday, which was kind of fun because of how terrible how cheesy their marketing was. These guys are legit. They're doxed. They have a vision in mind. It is in some ways realistic. In some ways, I think it's going to be a little bit hard to achieve. But my main concern is whenever projects have this huge vision, they have, I think, a hard time telling investors or interested parties what exactly are you doing. They don't have, like, right here, for example. Imagine investing in a safer DeFi and NFT space. Great, okay, you have my attention. Everybody's talking about the same thing. And then you look at here, and they describe their project as Collectiverse solves the issues of the bad actors and the potential, hurt investors with a protective platform that sits on top of layer 1 or 2 smart contracts protocols like Ethereum, Avalanche, and Polygon. We call our all-new cross-chain application platform layer 3. To the regular investor, they're not going to know what that is. You got to really dumb it down. That's okay to have all the technical stuff, but you got to really almost like translate it to normal English, okay? The nice website, no problems at all. They're going to have a Verse token, a Rocket token, and essentially what this project is, it's going to be eventually a big MetaVerse project. That's what their ambitions are. Here's the founders right here. You can check them. They have a LinkedIn profile. With a link to it right there. So I'm not going to go into that. They're all legit. There's nothing that they're trying to skip by on or anything like that. These guys are all, have been in the industry, do have the experience. Now, I can't tell you if they were actually the lead person, and like this guy says, 15-year startup veteran with 2 exits as founder and over 100 million in capital. Obviously, I can't verify that, but you know what? They're doxed, and that's all you can ask for in this industry. And it seems like they have a good vision. So when you browse the website, they have this phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Essentially, they're going to launch these NFTs. We're going to act like nodes. And this project's almost like a combination of a tomb fork of sorts because they have different tokens and a node project. So they're going to pay you 91% in 9 months. Okay, it's about 0.25% per day. I don't think that's going to be. Let me think. Yeah, so that's not going to I believe that's not going to be compounded. The way I calculate that because 360 days. So um, anyway, yeah, it can't be compounded. So they have a phase 1 where they're gonna try to collect a stable coin and sell you their token, uh, sell you their NFT. Then obviously there's gonna be a creation of separate little metaverses. Essentially, I'm just trying to kind of translate what they're trying to do into very easy to understand language. And then once the little metaverses are established, then they're going to do a broader metaverse. They have a couple of utilities for their tokens, one of which, so right here, revenue streams. I'm just going to skip right to that. I'm not going to consider NFT sales a utility, NFT marketplace. Everybody has it. Those NFT marketplaces don't bring shit for utility. I mean, it's just the reality. Because what's the difference between this NFT marketplace and OpenSea? And like OpenSea already has an audience; these guys don't. So I'm not putting them down. It's just every project out there says they're going to have their own NFT marketplace, their own DEX, and their own this and their own that. So until I see it, then and very few do. But here, this right here, merit system revenue. This is a legit thing that they thought of, and I think it's pretty innovative. So this is a way to sell this system to other projects. You can read about it on right here, merit system benefits. Basically, it's a way to track who your most active members are in socials such as Discord and I imagine probably Twitter, and reward them for their participation. So that's actually a pretty cool thing that they can sell. And that's what I'm always talking about is what is it that you're going to be able to bring in except for revenue from your NFT sales to your own investors? How are you going to pay them back? So that's a legit thing right there, that merit revenue system or merit system revenue. Protocol management revenue, sales tax banding. I think that they meant bonding revenue and lending. This kind of is just like it's taxing itself, and that's fine. We've seen it in every other protocol, but that's not that shouldn't be your main utility. That's not really a utility. That's just a way to sustain yourself until you find a real utility. Investment revenue. They're gonna this right here. When I read this, it's very ambitious and it sounds great, but when I read it, is it really realistic? Right now, it's like you're going to be what they're saying here is they're going to compete with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and all those other people to have access to space. Okay. They're going to invest the treasury to generate yield. We also plan to use our capital to invest in space projects that improve humankind and solve environmental issues. That sounds awesome, but what exactly is it? You know, these broad strokes of happiness, they don't mean anything. That's when I read that, it's like, okay, great, you're gonna improve humankind and counter climate change from space, reducing cost of communication through satellite, protecting Earth from asteroid strikes, which history has shown can be devastating. I mean, we're okay. So you're gonna be doing the apocalypse, protecting the Earth from asteroids. Okay, well, yes, I don't know if that's going to be the greatest investment, but anyway, that's up to you to decide. I just want to point that out. Whenever I see this, it's like fluff, but it doesn't really mean much to me. But this right here is legit. Merit system revenue, they can sell that to other protocols. Okay, so they have a pretty big, pretty long roadmap, which if they bring people on board at 92% in 9 months, that's realistic. They can pay that out as long as their investments are right. But just selling, obviously, NFTs is not going to do it. So they're going to need to find some kind of revenue system. And looking at their Twitter, I mean, totally legit. They've been on since March 21st. They've had a couple good AMAs. Like I said, just being doxxed and having an idea, just because their idea is very broad and very ambitious, doesn't mean that it can't be done. It's just when you make it that ambitious and that big, it's quite something. I like to see protocols that maybe have a smaller kind of goal and then say, okay, we're going to go to point one and then we're going to go to point two, and you can see that it's realistic to go to point one. So you can see most of their posts like a good interaction. This is definitely something to look out for. They don't have an exact pre-launch date yet, but they joined in March. They've been around for 3 months. No fake followers, as far as I could tell, because they joined in March and they have 974 followers, and you've seen other protocols that have thousands upon thousands in 2 to 3 weeks. So you can see who's real and who's not. So I think that this is a recommendation for definitely watching what happens. This is definitely a long-term hold. You're not going to make 10x on this, and there's definitely going to be, a factor where you got to believe in the team very, very long-term, 9 months, 12 months, before you're going to make any huge money, I think, on this. But again, they're offering right now in stablecoin 93% return, which is definitely decent, and it's realistic, unlike some of the other protocols with the 1 and 2 and 3% per day. So something to look forward to. Check up on our site for Collectiverse to see when they will be launching. Also join their Discord. Look them up on Twitter, and their website is collectiverse.com. Okay, so if you have any other questions or you want us to do any other overviews of projects, please feel free to join our Discord. Come on in there. Ask us, if you have any questions, and look forward to talking to you guys on there. All right, I'll see you on the next one.